Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Valhalla Fog. If you haven't already guessed it, yes, it is Meggen033's normal kind of town-based, location-based fog puzzles. And this time I guess we're in, goodness me, I'm going to say Norway, and I hope I've got this right, given we're talking about Valhalla and I guess all of that mythology. Now I am recording this I'm not going to even say at the crack of dawn. It is very early here because I just didn't get a chance to record and solve this yesterday. Hopefully, if the puzzle cooperates and my internet does, it will still go out on time, but it may be, 10-15 minutes late, so apologies for that. Anyway, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule set. Valhalla Fog, Meggen033, and the following set of rules. I'm kind of wondering if that's meant to be like runes, for example. Could that be it? Rules-wise, we've got normal Sudoku rules. So place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and then of course every 3x3 box. So nothing unusual here. Digits along a magenta renban form a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So if this cell is a 2, for example, these two cells could be 1, 3, as in 1, 2, 3. That's clearly a run of 3 digits. No, not 2, 4, 3, 4. That would also work. The one thing that I couldn't do is skip digits, so they're clearly no longer consecutive, or repeat digits. I mean, the repeat part is obvious because it's in the same box, but don't assume that the renbans are always going to be in the same box. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line have to differ by at least 5. So if this cell was a 2, this would have to be from 7, 8, or 9 to be 5 or more away. And then, of course, if this happens to be, let's say, an 8, this would have to be, again, 5 or more away, such as 1 or 3. Again, can't repeat the 2, of course, in the same box. We've got X's, so if we assume, you could already see I've broken the puzzle. Cells connected by an X must sum up to 10, so this cell would have to be a 2 to make sure that it is indeed adding up to 10 if this was an 8. A black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2-to-1 ratio. So, for example, this would have to be 1 or 4 if this was indeed a 2. One cell is double the other. White dots, so that could have been a white dot rather than black. They would have to be consecutive, so 1 or 3. So that essentially they're 1 away from one another, and not all dots are shown. So negative constraints do not apply. A 2 in here, a 4 there, a 3 here, clearly in a 2-to-1 ratio, clearly consecutive, no black dot, no white dot, all of that is allowed. And then the last and most obvious part is the grid is partially covered with fog, and correctly placing digits will clear the fog around that cell. We're not into sort of dynamic fog territory, so essentially it's going to behave as you expect. If you place this 2 here and it happens to be correct, all of these cells which are directly next to that 2, including the diagonals, will be revealed, and hopefully gives us some more clues to allow us to progress the puzzle. No guessing is required. As always, if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Now you could see I was having a lot of trouble here coming up with examples that don't break this. And maybe the best way to do this is actually to color. So remember, I oscillate between high digits and low digits on German whisper lines. I don't know what's low, I don't know what's high. I just know that they're going to be different polarities. Whenever you get to a 10, one of them is essentially 6, 7, 8, 9. One of them is 1, 2, 3, 4. They're always opposite polarities. So this would also have to be purple. You've got 3 purples. This purple is on a renban. I can't possibly have 5 purples. So at a minimum, one of these cells is going to have to be a 5. So this is going to be a relatively large digit. Large? A relatively close digit to the 5, like 4, for example. Obviously 4 doesn't work because that would be a 6 and then a double 1. I've broken the puzzle. But at the same time, it can't be too far away. For example, 3 might work. 3 does work. Then I would do 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, and then 8, 9. So 4 didn't, 3 does. If I think about high digits for a second, 6 doesn't for the exact same reason why 4 doesn't, because the 6 would require a 4 over here and then a double 9, and that's not going to work. And then, of course, 7 doesn't because it's not a black Kropki dot digit. So this is entirely forced, as you expect. And therefore, we have our break-in. We have some more things happening here. This probably looks more interesting. Without 3, 6, this is 1, 2, 4, 8. Clearly, this cannot be a 4. Otherwise, again, we'll have the double 9 with the German whisper lines. There is no 4 here. There is therefore no 8 there. It means that there is a definite... Oh, hang on. No, I could do 8 and 4. 8, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, that works. It has to be different polarities. Oh, sorry. I'm being slow again. So let me just remove these colors, then illustrate it here. So you can clearly see the German whisper line peeking into the fog, and therefore you can still do something as such. Now this cell, well, is clearly purple. It's not 5 on a black Kropki dot, so that's purple, so they have to be different. So that's got to be 8, that's got to be 4. This is indeed 2, 3 to be consecutive on the renban, and also far enough away from the 8. And then in the rest of the column now we've got 1, 2, 5, 9. The white Kropki dot here tells us clearly this is the 1, 2. 5, 9. 9 doesn't work on this renban because I don't have 8, so that's 5. 4 is not available, so this is 6, 7, and therefore this is 1, 9, and 1, 9. That also gives me a 9 down here. This is not 1, 9, not 2, 8. It could be 3, 7, or 4, 6. I don't normally pencil mark this. This 1, 2 would need a high digit in here that is not 9. It's 6, 7, 8. Which gives me a 6, 7, 8 triple. Kind of hard to see, but essentially there's definitely a 6, 7 in here. There's definitely a 6, 7 in there. Therefore, this has to be 8. This has to be 9. This is 8. And that 9 gave me... Hang on. Yeah. This is suddenly opening up massively. And then no 3, 7 down here as a result. And therefore, this is 7. And this is 6. And this is now 5, 4. And then 3 digits that we know. Actually, this is a high digit. And it's not 6, 8, or 9. It's just 7. And these are 3 5s. Lovely. I mean, yeah, here you go. These German whisper lines, they clearly cannot be high digits because it would require, I'm going to even use a high digit, 6, because it would require a double 1 around it, either side. So this is essentially a low digit, which cannot be 4, otherwise it would be a double 9. And then these are high digits, including this white Kropki dot cell. So this is clearly 6 or 8, and therefore this is 3 or 4. Which can't be 4, it's 3, 6, 1, lovely. And then a high digit in here from 7, 8, 9. With the 6 already in the column, this is just a 7, 8, 9 triple. Not 7 or 8 in here, that's 9. These are not 9s, this is 7, 8. And then down here we've got 2, 4, 5. Right, high digits again, can't be a 6 next to the 2 or 3, so this is 7, 8, or 9. This is again a high digit that is not 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, unlike this side, I can't have a 7, 8 run, 7, 8, 9 run here because I would have 3 of them, 4 of them. I would have broken the puzzle. In fact, 5 of them because that can't be 6 and is consecutive. Clearly one of these is 8, this is not 8. So in essence, I can't have 9 on here, nor the 8. Maybe I went a bit quick there. If there's 9 on here for it to be consecutive, I have to have 8, and then I would have broken this white Kropki dot. So this is the 8, 9, this is 7, and this is 6 and 5. Obviously, because of that 6. That 7 has given me 8 and 7. That has to be 2 next to the 7 on the German whisper line, and this is 1, 3, 4, I'm going to say. We don't have enough information about this renban to know. I can't really even remove the 1 here, even though it's far away. If that was 3 and this was 1 and the renban continues, that would be just fine. So I'm clearly meant to look elsewhere. And when I say elsewhere, really the only other thing that we have is this renban. And then, of course, maybe I should do a bit of Sudoku. Yeah, do a bit of Sudoku, Sleuth. Come on. 9, 5. So 9, 8, 7. 8. 7 is done. 6. That's a 5, 6 pair. That's useful. Therefore, this is a 1, 9 pair. That's also useful. But then I can't really go much further because essentially I've looked at all of the digits that are outside of this box. I need at least 2 to make sensible pencil marks. I mean, I know there's a 1 in here, and therefore 2, 3, 4 in here, and then there's 1 of 2, 3, 4 in there. This is just ridiculous. And then 2 of 2, 3, 4. Never mind. We're moving on. In here, 1s, 2s. 2 on this renban feels very unlikely. If it's 1, so if essentially if it's 2, 1, 2, 3 doesn't work because that would be 1, and then I'd have to repeat the 3 in the box. 2, 3, 4, and no, it doesn't work because of this pencil mark. Pencil marking's coming to help. Look at that. So that 2 is done. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So essentially I'm left with 7, 8, 9. 7, not 0. And then 1 with 7, 8, 9 in here. 7, 8, 9 is fairly large. That can't be 6. That can be, however. In fact, from the looks of things, with this 7, 8 pair in here, essentially I have 6 or 9 there, and then a 7 or 8 here. I probably went a bit quick there. Let me just make sure that made sense. Well, let's make sure it's correct, and then it made sense. Could I actually do 7, 6, 5? No. Yes, but it'll be 7 in here, 6 in there because of this 6, and then 5. And then, of course, if this is 7 or 8, if I want to go up to 9. Yeah, so this is fine. So this is definitely 6 or 9. I did rush this, so there was a potential 5 in here. Because I could do 5, 6, 7. No, I can't. 5, 6 would break this cell. Pencil marks helping again. Look at that. Right, and then could I do 9 in here? Because it would be 9, 8, and then 7. And that's not going to work. So this is 7, 8 with a 6, 9 in here. So this was all correct. So I'm missing 4, 5, 9. That is a 9. This is 4, 5. And therefore these are 3, 6. Hang on, I have 8, 9. I'm just not paying attention. And therefore 1, 7. Therefore 8. Therefore 7. And therefore 4, 5 again in here. So a ton of pencil marks. But not a lot of digits for all of this. What's going on? Sorry, suddenly this got, like, difficult might not be the right word, but suddenly a lot harder. Am I missing some obvious things in the row? Not seeing any triples, quadruples. I mean, admittedly, I'm rushing it a bit, so I may be missing some obvious things. No 9s, no 9s. 9 is in one of these two. In fact, yeah, oh, never mind. 9 is in here. And 7 and 8 are not here. 7 and 8 are in here, in fact, because they're not there. They're not there. There's nowhere else for them. Then I'm left with 1, 3, 5. So 1, 3, 5. No, 5 is done. 1, 3, 6, 9. And this is 1, 3, 6. This is also 1, 3, 6. How's any of this helpful? I am struggling. This is 134, not very useful. Okay. Have I, like, is there something that is staring at me that would just resolve this quickly? The German whisper line is fine. The 8 and 9 in here is fine. Oh, hang on, sleuth, come on. And then the 1 would require a 2, which is possible. The 2 couldn't be a 1 again because we'd break this cell, so we'd have to go to 3. So 1, 2, 3 is possible. Now the 7 couldn't go to 8 because of this 8, so it could go to 6. Can't go back up to 7 because of this cell, so it could go to 5. Now I already have 1, 3, 4, so that is 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 9, 5. Sorry, my confidence is a bit shook now after some shenanigans on my part, really. Therefore, this is 9, this is not 9, this is not 6. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, this is not 5. Yeah, they don't resolve right now. Okay, moving on. I need a 9 in here, a 7 in there, and then I'm missing 8 and 2. Not resolved. I mean, the 8 is just not going to work on this renban, so that is 2. And therefore, this is either 3, 4 or 1, 3. So that's definitely not 5. I meant to say that's definitely not 5. And therefore, this is not 4 either. So, hang on. No, sorry, excuse me. Not 3. Yes, that's better. Not 5 is 5. Consecutive. I can only see 6 and 7 being consecutive here. This is another 1, 3. Really feels like I should have, yeah, I've got all the low digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. That's 4. That's 1, 3, 4. No resolution. And then 7, 8 in here. Actually, we can resolve 8 and 7. Not 8 is 8 is 8. Thank you. 4. 2, 3, 4 is 2, 3. It's 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. And then surely we've got, yeah, a few easy Sudokus. 5, 4, 6, 5. Consecutive, clearly it's not the 1, that's the 1. 2 to 3 or 3 to 4, there's always a 3 in here, therefore that's 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2. Not 3, this is 2, 4. There's always a, no, never mind. Hang on, what? Yeah, 2 in the column. 3, 4, 2, 3, 2 for the finish. Beautiful puzzle, as we've come to expect from this series, from Meggen033. And I'm just going to wrap up quickly to give me a chance of posting it by 6. Hope you guys enjoyed the puzzle and the video, and I'll see you back soon. Bye-bye for now.